Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining us today for First Wednesday. It's Super Week. It's the week of Super Bowl 55, where in case you didn't know, Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs will take on Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. What in the world? I mean, this is amazing. Can I be honest with you? As a football fan, I am going crazy. This is like a dream come true. It's young versus old. It's mobile versus pocket. It's the GOAT versus the goatee. I absolutely love this. I am so looking forward to this game. But as much as I'm looking forward to this game, here's the reality, right? Whatever happens on Sunday, there's going to be a winner and there is going to be a loser. There's no ties in football. Well, at least not in Super Bowl football. There's going to have to be a winner and there will have to be a loser. And if we could just be honest, winning is so much more fun, isn't it, right? I mean, if you win, you get a parade, you get a trophy, you get champagne sprayed all over your locker room. The loser, gets none of that, all right? The winning team's gonna experience, like the old ABC Wide World of Sports intro said, the thrill of victory. And then the losing team is gonna experience the agony of defeat. I think it's safe to say that nobody likes to lose. Losing isn't fun. We all like winning. We all want to feel like we're winning. And that's why the famous poet and philosopher, T-Pain, once said, all I do is win, because that's what all of us want to say, right? But we know in life, it doesn't always look like we're winning. I mean, sometimes it does. Sometimes we feel like we've got a lot to celebrate, like things are going well. But if we're honest, a lot of times it doesn't. What do we do with that? That's what I want to talk a little bit about today. What do we do when life doesn't feel like T-Pain, it just feels like A-Pain? Where is God in all of that? The answer is, He's right there. In fact, when it comes to spirituality, losing is always where we win. Because that's the place where we stop trusting ourselves and start trusting God. And that's where God shows up. That's what the Apostle Paul talks about in Romans chapter 8 and verse 26. He says this, in the same way, the Spirit helps us in our weakness. We do not know what we ought to pray for, but the Spirit Himself intercedes for us through wordless groans. That phrase, wordless groans, is very interesting. He's using this as an example of prayer. Now, wordless groans, I mean, that doesn't sound real pretty, right? I mean, it sounds rough, sounds hard, sounds difficult, sounds painful, right? It sounds like a cry. The context of this verse is Romans chapter 7. And Paul's describing a battle against the flesh. And he's talking about waging war on the flesh. He actually says, I'm declaring war on the members of my body. So he's talking about a fight. He's talking about a war. He's saying that's what life is. And then what he says in Romans chapter 8 is that the best way to fight that battle is crying out with a wordless groan. It's kind of like, what? Are you for real, Paul? I mean, can you imagine getting into the ring to start a fight with an opponent, and as soon as you get in there, you start crying for help? You know, like ding, 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 help, he's scary. I mean, that's kind of crazy, right? But that's what Paul's saying in our Christianity. He's saying the best prayer, the best relationship with God starts by saying, God, I need your help. I'm outmatched, I'm outmanned, I'm outgunned. I can't do this on my own. And this is what you see all throughout the Bible. It's like David prayed in Psalm 69. He says, save me, O God, for the waters have come up to my neck. I sink in the miry depths where there is no foothold. I've come into the deep waters and the floods engulf me. I'm worn out, calling for help. My throat is parched. My eyes fail, looking for my God. But verse 13 says, but I prayed to you, Lord, in the time of your favor, in your great love. Oh God, answer me with your sure salvation. Rescue me from the mire. Do not let me sink. Deliver me from those who hate me, from the deep waters. Do not let the flood waters engulf me, or the depths swallow up, or the pit close its mouth over me. Answer me, Lord, out of the goodness of your love. In your great mercy, turn to me. Do not hide your face from your servant. Answer me quickly, for I am in trouble. Come near and rescue me. Deliver me because of my foes. You see, this is just a cry. I mean, David is struggling and he's reaching out to God. You see this in other places. Psalm 86 says, hear me, Lord, and answer me, for I am poor and needy. Psalm 4 says, answer me when I call to you, my righteous God. Give me relief from my distress. Have mercy on me and hear my prayer. Our relationship with God is really all about saying, God, I can't do this. Ah! Literally, that's it. It's like raising the white flag. You know, the white flag has been a symbol of military surrender since like 25 AD. It was a way for an army to initiate the terms of giving up. It was their way of saying, we give up, we can't fight anymore, we're out of our league. What's really interesting about this is when an army initiates surrender, they're recognizing that their only chance of survival is to give up. I mean, this is a picture of prayer. It's realizing that our best move is to stop fighting and to start trusting. It's surrender. It's all about letting God be God. And this starts by saying, God, I've got to have you take this. I need your help. And when that happens, we lose and then we win. The biggest loser ends up being the biggest winner. That's how spirituality works. That's how faith in God works. Jesus says it like this in Matthew chapter 16. For whoever wants to save their life will lose it. But whoever loses their life for me will find it. Jesus says life starts, hope starts, victory starts when you say, God, I'm way out of my league here. I've got to have your help on this. I've tried doing this on my own and I've only experienced disappointment. This is a massive theme of the Bible. It's all about losing ourselves so that we can find God. John the Baptist was a great example of this. He had a thriving preaching ministry. People were starting to follow him. He's baptizing people. He's gaining celebrity status, if you will. But he knew that he was nothing without Jesus. In John 3, he says, he must become greater and I must become less. You know, this is what life is all about. It's about saying it's not about me. It's all about Jesus. I've got to tap out. I've got to raise the white flag. I've got to call on God and trust him. This is how salvation starts, and this is what our Christian walk looks like. It's constantly asking God for wisdom. It's constantly leaning on God for strength. It's constantly saying, God, I'm willing to lose so that you can win. And when we do that, we can say all I do is win because all I do is lose. And it has so much less to do with the condition of our bank accounts or even the condition of our bodies. It has everything to do with the condition of our souls. This is what David keys in on in Psalm 40. He gives us the result of crying out to God. He says, I waited patiently for the Lord, and he turned to me, and he heard my cry. And he lifted me up out of the slimy pit, out of the mud and the mire, and he set my feet on a rock, and he gave me a firm place to stand. He put a new song in my mouth, a hymn of praise to our God. Many will see and fear and put their trust in him. He says, I cried out to God. I was desperate for God, and God came through for me. This is God's will for you. This is what God wants for you. And it's the essence of prayer. It's saying, God, I can't do this. So please help me. Please go before me. Without you, I'm a mess. But with you, I have victory. I want to encourage you to approach God like that. I want to encourage you to approach your year like that, saying, God, I don't know what to do. I'm struggling. I'm feeling it. But God, I'm going to trust you. That's where you're going to experience God's presence, God's help, and God's victory in your life. We're going to take a few moments right now to discuss this. And we'll put some questions on the screen. And then I want to encourage you just to pray wherever you are. If you're in a group, if you're by yourself, take some time, seek the Lord. Let this go deep into your spirit. Bring some of your concerns to the Lord. And let's see God go before us in some powerful ways. We'll have some questions. We'll do a discussion. We'll pray. And then we'll give you a chance to worship right where you are.
There's nothing that can stop our God. There's nothing that can stop our God. There's nothing that can stop our God. There is nothing. There is nothing. Oh. There's nothing that can stop our God. There's nothing that can stop our God. There's nothing that can stop our God. There is nothing. There is nothing. Oh, there's nothing that can stop our God. There's nothing that can stop our God. Oh, there's nothing that can stop our God. There is nothing. Oh, mover of mountains, breaker of chains, Jesus has triumphed over the grave. Sing hallelujah, the battle is won. Nothing can stand against our God. Sing hallelujah, the battle is won. Nothing can stand against our God. Oh, I believe it's true. I have victory in you, Lord. You're all I want, Jesus. You're all I want, Lord. Oh. Take this world, take it all, give me Jesus. Take my joy, take my pain, give me Jesus. Take my life, everything, give me Jesus. You're all I want, Lord. Take my world, take it all, give me Jesus. Take my joy, take my pain, give me Jesus. Take my life, everything, give me Jesus. Oh, we'll sing it one more time, yeah. Take my world, take it all, give me Jesus. Take my joy, take my pain, give me Jesus. Take my life, everything, give me Jesus. All I want is you, Lord. You can have it all, Lord. You can have it all. All of my heart is yours. All my heart is yours. 'cause I need your power. More of you is all I need.
Even when I don't see it, you're working. Even when I don't feel it, you're working. You never stop working. You never stop working. Even when I don't see it, you're working. Even when I don't feel it, you're working. You never stop working. You never stop working. Even when I don't see it, you're working. Even when I don't feel it, you're working. You never stop working. You never stop working. Even when I don't see it, you're working. Even when I don't feel it, you're working. You never stop working. You never stop working. Even when I don't see it, you're working. Even when I don't feel it, you're working. You never stop working. You never stop working. Even when I don't see it, you're working. Even when I don't feel it, you're working. You never stop working. You never stop working.
Thank you so much for joining us for First Wednesday. I hope it was an encouragement and strength to you, and that all of us will approach God just believing and crying out and experiencing Him do great things in our lives this year. Make sure you join us this weekend. We're continuing our Reset series. It's going to be powerful, and then make sure to join us next weekend for Vision. We've got some exciting things lined up that we want to share with you as a church, so you definitely want to be there and be a part of it. I love you so much. God bless. We'll see you soon.